History has been made. History has been made. United Nations aeroplane has just landed in Biafra land. For the first time in history, ahead of the referendum of Biafra that is going on. Allow me to drink water. Lovers of freedom, freedom fighters, we can now proudly say that we are Biafrans. And Biafrans we are today, Biafrans we are tomorrow. You see, I must say it with my full chest that our world has now been circulated with multiple tags. Multiple tags. Stars that must be comprehensive. No matter the test, no matter what they do, no matter how they begin, it has to be a zeal that must be looked into. I will say it with my full chest. We are now conversant with a lot of protocols that one must give. And by so doing, everything is now making a whole lot of sense to us. A whole lot of sense. Because by so doing, we are Biafrans, and the United Nations now understands that it has to be we in the battlefield. Nothing much. So as we push through every areas of our referendum, let's again understand the system and how it works. That when we started all this thing, they said we cannot to a large extent get this far. But it's quite funny. It's quite funny when you say we cannot get to this extent. And that's just it. Because at the end of the day, we have now drawn the attention of international bodies. First time in history, they have just landed. And guess what? We can now tell them our minds. The Biafrans will be ready to accept the living sacrifice. That's just it. Biafrans will be ready to accept this living sacrifice. So as we sit back to understand everything that must be done, let's equally know that we have now attracted. Yeah, they are just the zoo just wailing unnecessarily. They are just wailing unnecessarily. Because their wills does not concern us. What matters to us now is that we are now getting to that very extent where everybody must understand that the system has a way it plays. So, by so doing it, we will equally give out the impact, the benefit, the zeal, the push through of every dramatic waves. So as we gather ourselves together and try to imitate what matters, everything will be put across the order. All hail Biafra. We cannot allow these people have their freedom. Not in our next life. Nigerian government has just reacted to Biafran referendum. We cannot allow these people to have their freedom. See, they're getting on to first. Let me say something. This Biafran thing is more like they think that they are the one that will grant us freedom. They think, yes, they really think. When if you tell anybody that slavery will be stopped after 400 years, they will not believe. If you tell anybody, those white people that were busy enjoying trading slaves from Africa, if you tell them that slavery will eventually stop and the whites and the black will have common equality, they will not believe. So who said Biafra will not come? It may take all the years. The whites will not want to leave the black people because of what they are benefiting from our lands. But gone are the days when we should be blaming the whites, because whether we like it or not, it is no longer the whites. A time is going to come when these corrupt politicians will face the wrath of the people. This is not waiting for the wrath of God. The wrath will come upon them. Every household will face a positive judgment. Every household. Hausa will judge Hausa, Yoruba will judge Yoruba, Igbo will judge Igbos. We're no longer going to wait for anybody to come and make that judgment, because people will now realize that tribalism and religion has not helped. Many countries will wake up to this, and that is when victory will be recorded. And most politicians, if all those people that traded slaves, if they wake up from their grave today and see the way the country has become, most of them will be arrested. They'll be like, wait, this thing is happening. Most of them said over their dead bodies that Biafra will not come, that the black will not gain their freedom. Many of them said it. Let them come back today and see what is happening. And that is how many people who said that Biafra will not come will eventually see it. One of them, they kind of said that Abakari have the audacity to come and say that this is about Biafra, but he will never be alive to see the coming of Biafra. What then happened? Did he reach how many months he made that statement? And the kind of said, you are just joking with yourself. You're just joking with yourself. But the truth will remain. We must take ourselves to every positive end, where each and every one of us must be made to understand the light we share, all for good, all for wonderful, and all for blessing. We must continue. They can cry from year in, year out. Because they don't want us to be free. They know that we are the business hub. But we are going to be free. We are going to be free. It has been written. The freedom is recorded. And whether they like it or not, this whole generation of Biafra is turning into a new thing.